Live and on demand from the WNY News Now studios in downtown Jamestown. This is WNY News Now.
Hey, we made it to Friday. Thanks so much for joining us for WNY News Now. I'm Justin Gould.
And I'm Matt Hummel. Happening now, a man is charged with firing a gun across the roadway. Why he faces charges? Details coming up.
Plus, how the Senate is fighting robocalls. But first, Chief Forecaster Dakota Hunter is standing by with a very sunny Warren, Pennsylvania in the background. Hey, Dakota.
Hey, Justin and Matt, and indeed, it is a lot more calmer than it was yesterday. Happy Friday, by the way. And you can see it here from the Sky Vision camera. A few clouds dotting the sky, but all in all dry and a lot less humid today, too. Look at that dew point of 49. So it's a lot less humid than it was yesterday. So here's what's going on. First Defense Doppler, we have nothing across western New York, but this is part of the next system that's coming our way over the weekend. And yeah, there's a severe weather threat associated with it. The Storm Prediction Center has all the region under a slight risk for severe weather. That's a level 2 out of 5. And this is going to be later Saturday afternoon into Saturday evening. Of course, we'll time it all out with the full weather segment later on. 75 over 51 was where we were yesterday. And look at that record for today, 89 set back in 91. So that's safe for another year. So here's the forecast for the afternoon. Partly to mostly sunny on average, cooler and definitely a lot less humid. So that's going to be the good news. 60 to 69 northwest wind averaging 5 to 10. We'll time out that severe weather threat plus the impacts plus Memorial Day. How's it looking with that Brotherhood Property Maintenance 7-day later on in the show? Justin and Matt.
All right, busy forecast ahead, Dakota. Thank you. Our top story, a Silver Creek man was arrested Thursday after he allegedly fired a .22 caliber rifle across the roadway into a grape orchard. The Chautauqua County Sheriff's Department's reports, they responded to a report of a gunshot at noon Thursday on Robinson Street in Silver Creek. Deputies say that 26-year-old Jacob Seeley allegedly discharged a single round from a .22 caliber rifle across the roadway towards a grape vineyard. Seeley was charged with first-degree reckless endangerment and released under probation supervision. The Chautauqua County Sheriff's Crime Scene Investigation Division assisted in the case.
A Village of Asheville woman is facing charges following a rollover accident on Diffley Road Thursday afternoon. The Chautauqua County Sheriff's Office says that 29-year-old Mary Miller was allegedly intoxicated during the accident. Miller is charged with driving while intoxicated, speed not reasonable, failure to keep right, moving from lane unsafely, and open container of alcohol in a motor vehicle. Deputies say she was issued traffic tickets and will answer the charges in the town of North Harmony court at a later date. Asheville, Gary, Lakewood Fire Departments, and Chautauqua County EMS assisted deputies at the scene.
And the U.S. Attorney's Office says that a Conowongo Valley man was sentenced in U.S. federal court yesterday to time served and 5 years of supervised release. 26-year-old Mark Fernham and 3 other co-defendants reportedly worked at companies with various names such as Corporate Restructure and Salamanca Payroll Services. Fernham was the manager for a Corporate Reconstruction Incorporated, which operated out of office space in Salamanca and in Buffalo. The co-defendants and others used a number of fraudulent companies to mail solicitations to small business owners which fraudulently informed the VICs that one or more of the fraudulent companies could assist the victim with reconstructing debts they had with other lenders. The 3 other co-defendants were previously convicted and are now awaiting sentencing. For more on this case, you can see it on our website, WNYNewsNow.com, and our mobile app.
Getting woken up in the middle of the night to a phone call about car warranties, pet health insurance, or other robocalls are on their way to being a thing of the past. The U.S. Senate has passed the Telephone Robocall Abuse Criminal Enforcement and Deterrence Act. Senator Chuck Schumer said that just this year, the 716 area code has received more than 152 million robocalls. Schumer says he will urge the House to pass the measure, which would allow the FCC to fine robocall companies up to $10,000 per call, require telecommunication companies to implement technology to intercept the robocalls before they reach the public, and use caller ID to authenticate the caller. Schumer says in March alone, Americans have been hit with 4.9 billion robocalls. The average holds that each New Yorker has received 11 such calls, with 112 calls per second in New York. And
Wow.
yeah, I've received some funny ones. That's why I kind of laughed earlier. So this is kind of good, Justin.
Yeah, it certainly is a great step in the right direction. Hopefully, it'll actually do something.
Yeah, please.
Because I have we've been talking about this for a while, actually. I have the AT&T Call Protect app that I've shared with everyone before on the broadcast, and it works well. In fact, I got one this morning.
Yeah.
And it comes up and says spam alert, and I can decline it. I can answer it. Sometimes I do, just for the heck of it. But
yes, you did.
It's just I did this morning. I got him. I got him good. But nevertheless, it's still like it's a pain really to get these crazy calls, especially if maybe you're waiting for an unknown number to call you.
Yep.
Say you're buying a car or something and you're waiting for the dealership to call you, and they disguise it as a Jamestown number.
Yeah.
You'll answer.
Yeah.
Right.
Yep.
And so certainly hopefully the Senate's law will be able to have some teeth to it
that would be nice.
to really enforce that and stop robocalls. But if they can't get you one way, they'll probably get you another.
They'll get you another. They always do.
It always comes around. Well, happy Friday, everyone. Hopefully you're gearing up to have a pretty good Memorial Day weekend. Lots of services planned. I know we have a story coming up in the broadcast talking about kind of what's going on with honoring fallen servicemen and women, but probably a lot of barbecues, too. I know I have. It could be a busy Monday. I got two I got to go to.
Yeah.
I'm sure maybe you can get out and have a good hot dog on one of us. So happy Memorial Day weekend to Tabitha. TGI after Wendy, thanks for tuning in. Donna, good afternoon to you. Hopefully you are doing well. Saying hello to Carl is here, and Jason is here as well. Drop us a line in the comments. Say hello. If you're new to the broadcast, welcome. If you're old to the broadcast, we'd love to have you here. So thank you so much for tuning in. We have a lot more news to tell you about, and some good news in regards to gas prices, where they stand coming in from AAA. That's all coming up.
But first, Chautauqua County is monitoring Lake Erie water levels. Dakota.
And as we take a live look from the HD News Now cam, hey B, that's my camera. What do you think you're doing? 62 is the current temperature out there. There's that north wind of 16, but showers and storms return tomorrow. We'll talk about it next. WNY News Now continues in a minute. Don't go away.
Live and on demand, you're watching WNY News Now.
Now open in downtown Jamestown, Pearl City Hops, restaurant and tavern.
I have some real old-timey dishes on there that I'm just giving new life to. Like there's a shepherd's pie on there that's gonna have some bison in it, real thick hearty gravy. Then I'm also doing beer flights. We're pairing it with a set of sliders, a set of tacos, and a set of mini rolls. So everything's gonna have its own pair, so you can get a taste of a little bit of everything and all the beers. We don't want to be known as the restaurant in the hotel. We want to be known as Pearl City Hops.
You're watching WNY News Now, your source for breaking news.
This year's Frewsburg Gala Days is bigger than ever. It's Old Home Week, June 12th through the 15th. Catch musical performances by Hot Mess Friday at 8, Smokin' 45 Saturday at 8. All the food, fun, and friends will be at Frewsburg Fire Company's annual Gala Days.
EagleZip.com is your local one-stop shop for all of your home and business computer needs. Located on Fluvan Avenue Extension, just outside of Jamestown, EagleZip.com sells and services all brands of desktops and laptops, as well as servers and network equipment for your business. All new computer sales include transferring your data from your old computer plus a 2-year warranty. Call EagleZip.com today.
Stop by EagleZip.com today and let us make computers easy for you.
And happening now, the Chautauqua County Office of Emergency Services is monitoring Lake Erie's high water level as it continues to rise. Officials have brought in 10,000 unfilled sandbags and a sandbag filler machine as a precaution. Chautauqua County Executive George Borello tells us, over the last month, Erie has risen 7 to 10 inches. Lake Erie is 6 inches higher than it was last year at this time. In the next 30 days, the lake is forecast to be within an inch of its current level, and that's concerning for county officials.
We have some issues right now that are being reported. We have docks underwater, for example, in some areas where water is coming over banks and some small streams and so forth. And our Director of Emergency Services, John Griffith, has been in contact with our state and federal partners, including the State Department of Homeland Security, to see what we can do to be prepared and have resources at the ready should something happen that requires an emergency response. And this could be a few different things. It could be anything from flooding that occurs because the water levels are already high, to potentially other issues with people that are recreating on the water that get some kind of a danger.
Now, Borello said a sandbag filler machine is already at the lakeside. The sandbags and filler will be stored in Dunkirk in case it is needed for rapid deployment.
Drivers can expect slightly lower gas prices this Memorial Day weekend than last year. Here in Jamestown, the average price for a gallon of gas right now is $2.93 a gallon. Last year at this time, city drivers paid $3 a gallon. Jamestown's current average is just 3 cents higher than Western New York's average of $2.91 a gallon, and last year, Western New York drivers paid $2.82 at the pump. The national average for a gallon of gas is $2.85 a gallon. That's about 10 cents lower than a year ago. Some drivers are paying more, though, like in California, where the statewide average is $4.03 for a gallon of regular. You'll probably see more traffic, too, this weekend. AAA estimates a record 37.6 million people will be on the roads this holiday weekend. That's up 3.5% from last year. Reasons for the jump include consumer confidence and low unemployment.
Well, are you going to wait to check those burgers and steaks you were going to grill for Memorial Day? You might not want to, though, because the USDA is recalling more than 62,000 pounds of beef due to E. coli concerns. The agency is concerned about 62,112 pounds of raw beef product that was packaged at the Aurora Packing Company's facility in Illinois. More than 40 products are involved here, including short ribs, briskets, and ribeyes, and they've shipped all across the country, USDA officials say. The items have the establishment number EST 788 with the USDA inspection mark. The USDA notes that they have not seen any reported cases of illness related to this recall. For more information, go to the Food and Safety section on the USDA's website, where you can see this story right now on our mobile app and website, WNYNewsNow.com. And that's not very good heading into Memorial Day, because I'm sure a lot of people are probably going to be out grilling. Good news with the gas, though. That's good that we've seen it overall drop here in New York State, because I know a lot of times New York was known for high gas prices. And, people used to go to Sugar Grove. You remember that? Not anymore.
No,
not anymore.
It's $3.15 down there right
now.
Though, and I've said this a lot, the biggest thing is, and I guarantee you it's true, the difference between the summer blend and the winter blend.
Yeah, is the price.
That's a bunch of, but I digress.
It's a bunch of bull. Like the cow.
Like the Chicago Bulls bowl.
Like the recall.
I like it.
That's kind of funny. Well, we want to take a moment and shift gears a little bit in our last segment here before we head into the break and get to Dakota's weather forecast. Dakota and Rory join us in studio. And Rory, you have a manila envelope, if you want to raise that up for people to see. Normally, we keep our drugs in manila envelopes, right? But not today.
Viagra doesn't fit too well.
So what do we have in here?
This is a special award for someone we love dearly who's gone above and beyond the call.
And if you guys remember,
I'd like to give it to you.
Yes, thank you. And I have a destination for this award to go to. If you guys remember, it was like a month or so ago, month or two ago, this man right here was out on assignment for a very long time. He would wake up very, very early in the morning, drive probably 45 minutes or so from his home to Mayville to cover the David Wagner trial. If you remember, Wagner was convicted in the killing death of William Mishishima. You can read that story on the website now too if you missed it. But Matt worked all day, was in court, quickly turned around a story for our broadcast, joined us here on the broadcast, and then Matt would continue to work and go home. And he did an amazing job writing a story for the next day, all night long, and then waking up early in the morning. So this is for you, Matt, if you don't mind opening it, because it's not very kind of me to open it.
Okay.
So the higher-ups at WNY News Now and the collective news staff have agreed to present Matt with the Nose of a News Hound Award for his journalism excellence in reporting at the David F. Wagner trial. Now, this is the first Nose of a News Hound Award presented by WNY News Now. You can take it out of the bag if you want to. But it is a plaque that talks about Matt's hard work as a journalist. It just pulls right off the top.
I'm kind of...
Oh, it doesn't pull right off.
I'm kind of speechless at the moment, so I'm glad you're helping me out with this.
So, oh yeah, this is kind of strange.
If you don't want to be speechless, show it to the camera and then read what it says.
Yeah.
Okay. So here, should I put it up?
Yeah,
more?
yeah.
Like that, right there? Or back it up a little bit?
To the
left?
There you go.
Okay, up. Am I
So
above
this is the Nose of a News Hound Award presented to Mr. Matt Hummel, and it says, in appreciation of his dedication, selflessness, and for going above and beyond, WNY News Now is proud to present the Nose of a News Hound Award to Matt Hummel for his hard work but honest work, noting his coverage of the Wagner murder trial as stellar. We're very proud to have you a part of our team, Matt. We were going to present that to you last week, but due to your family ailments, we weren't able to physically get Matt in here that day, but we love you, and we wanted to take this moment on Friday to celebrate your work, and hats off to Matt Hummel. Let me tell you.
I've been in journalism 32 years now, I think. And you're the best court reporter I've ever worked with.
I appreciate that, but I do want to say, guys, that it really was a team effort. And I want to thank you guys for that. Justin, especially with the tech work, connecting. Rory, some advice, some very good advice, and you helped me turn some stories back, edited, what have you. Dakota, you let me know, should I have something covering my head during the stand-ups, what I should do, and I really appreciate that, guys.
Yeah, so you certainly really do deserve this work, and we really appreciate your time, and we thank you for all you do, because you do work really hard. You juggle a lot of different things, as we all do, but court coverage is really complicated, because if you mess it up, there's
you can't
higher...
go back and do it again.
Right, and there's more, I think, pushback than, say, a story about a general road work or something.
A general story, your pushback's usually just from the public.
Right.
But when in a court story, your pushback could be from the judge,
right,
the prosecuting attorney, the defense attorney, and the public.
Right. So certainly,
and police agencies too, because they're
Correct.
all involved.
Yeah.
Right, and Matt does a great job of keeping the facts, just that, the facts. He's an incredible storyteller, and you really do have the nose of the news hound. I love that phrasing, because you really drive and work really hard every day. So, and a lot of people in the comments, Jenny, Wendy, David, saying congratulations, and we know this will not be your last hurrah, as this is only the beginning, really, of your court coverage as WNY News Now's chief legal and courts correspondent. So. Thank you.
Thank you
for all the work.
Great job, Matt.
Thank you.
I love when you have a
Give you
tip.
2 thumbs up.
I love when you have a tip and you say, "Be on the eyeball for this," and like an hour later, it's news.
Right. Matt really does. Like, he's so connected. It's really incredible, and it's really cool. So thank you for that, and thank
It's
you all.
just too bad that on MASH they already used the term radar, because I think we could give him the nickname Radar.
We could.
could.
He's very good at that. Coming up next, another man who is pretty connected with radar. Chief forecaster Dakota Hunter. Here's a look at our forecast coming up.
coverage that matters. This is WNY News Now.
Turn to Brotherhood Property Maintenance for all your lawn care and landscaping needs, no matter the season. Brotherhood Property Maintenance does it all, from professional plowing during the winter months to expert landscaping all summer long. Count on Brotherhood Property Maintenance for mowing, landscaping, tree work, spring and fall cleanup, plus snow removal. Serving both commercial and residential lots, check out Jamestown's fastest growing landscaping crew on Facebook or call us right now to book an appointment.
Extra, extra, read all about it. Not tomorrow, but right now on the WNY News Now mobile app. Follow local news as it happens.
Top story: a Forestville man's weather video has gone viral.
And stay informed with the Southern Tier's only 24/7 streaming network.
Our Matt Hummel is standing by live outside of Chautauqua County Court with more on this case. Matt, good afternoon to you.
Download the WNY News Now app right now. It's free on the Apple App Store and Google Play Store.
First Defense Weather, the Southern Tier's only live and local weather source. Now, here's Chief Forecaster Dakota Hunter.
And welcome back. And let's start off the weather segment talking about the Lake Erie water levels, obviously, since we just had a story about it during that last block here. So the current water level is 574.48 feet. That's the current water level as it stands right now. That's over 30 inches above average. We should be near 574.14, and we've already broken the record for the month of May that was set back in, I believe it was 1960. So again, we're going to keep our eyes on the Lake Erie water levels as it continues to rise. Again, as we talked about, some flooding concerns might be possible. Today might not be a bad idea to get out on the water. The water temperature is tied off Buffalo and Erie. It's 49 degrees, got a west wind 5 to 10 knots, a wave height's 1 to 2 feet. Might not be a good idea to go swimming in this because the water temperature is still chilly, but if you want to take your boat out there, not looking bad for that. And it was windy yesterday after we had those storms come through. The peak wind gust was 39 at the Jamestown Airport and 38 at Dunkirk, and those were after the storms ended in the afternoon. The next big thing is going to be our next weather system that's going to come our way over the weekend. High pressure now has started to build in across the region. You can actually see how the rain fizzles out as it hits that block of high pressure. That's because rain can't fall under high pressure. The air is too dense for it to fall. But here's the next system. It's got another warm front. This we're going to push through on Saturday, and that's going to create another severe weather risk for us going into the afternoon hours. So the Storm Prediction Center does have all of Western New York and Northwest PA under a slight risk. That's a level 2 out of 5 for later in the afternoon on Saturday. So the timing on this, we feel more confident on the timing about 4 to 8 o'clock tomorrow afternoon. That's the main timing window for the strongest activity. The gusty winds will be the main threat with this. There might be a touch of hail, but again, we don't think large hail is going to be the issue, and there's going to be a slight risk for severe. Here we go with future scan. Dry through the day today, nothing of a big deal there. Tonight, rain comes our way later in the night. Then tomorrow morning, we'll start to get into this batch of showers and thunderstorm activity. Again, that's not going to be the main issue. The issue is going to be this stuff that starts to pop up in the later afternoon into the evening hours. That could be strong to severe with damaging wind gusts being the main threat. And again, here it is on the impact scale just to show you gusty winds will be our main impact. Again, might be a touch of hail, but again, we don't think hail is going to be the big issue with these storms. Weather where you live, we'll start in the eastern areas first. Jamestown may top at 66, Warren at 69, Gowanda, that might be a bit conservative, about 1 degree, but maybe around 69 there. Westward we go, Lake Erie shoreline, again, with that northwest wind component, that makes Lake Erie act like a big air conditioner, so the immediate Lake Erie shoreline will stay cooler down into the lower 60s. Next 7 days of your life, here they are, brought to you by Weather and Property Maintenance. 80 tomorrow. We highlight Saturday in red because of that thunderstorm potential. 77 Saturday, or on Sunday. Few scattered storms. Memorial Day not looking bad. And like Post Malone, he's saucing. We're going to be summer saucing Tuesday and Wednesday, but we go back down to the 60s on Thursday. Sports is next. Don't go away.
You're watching WNY News Now, where coverage comes first. WNY Sports Now is powered by Phone Zone of Jamestown. With the largest inventory around, we buy and sell our own merchandise at a price that can't be beat. Have a broken screen? We'll fix it. Learn more at phonezoneshop.com.
Welcome back to WNY News Now. I'm Matt Hummel in for Norm Rodriguez with a look at sports. On Thursday here, a flock of seagulls showed up to Oracle Park to snack on the food left in the stands by fans. But there was just one problem. The game wasn't over quite yet. The Braves and Giants played into the 12th inning when the Seagulls invaded the stadium and made their presence known. The seemingly hundreds of seagulls descended on the stands, helping themselves to the leftover French fries, pizzas, and hot dogs that were left behind by fans who didn't feel like sticking around for the free baseball. And then, just as quickly as they appeared, they were gone. Perhaps the Seagulls didn't want to distract their hometown favorites. A piece of Packers history, meanwhile, came crumbling down Thursday in Wisconsin. The crews here demolished this giant football at the former Packers Hall of Fame in Green Bay. The building is being torn down to make way for a new expo center. As the Packers say, the old Hall of Fame was dedicated by President Ford back in 1976. The Hall of Fame relocated to the new Lambeau Field atrium back in 2003. And the iconic football outside the old building had remained a nostalgic place for Packers fans. Justin, over to you.
Well, Memorial Day is right around the corner, and there's plenty of events happening in our area to honor fallen servicemen and women. The Blue Star Mothers of Western New York will be holding their annual Gold Star Memorial on Saturday from 10 a.m. to noon at Veterans Memorial Park on West 3rd Street in Jamestown. For the past 6 years, the Blue Star Mothers have honored local men and women who have paid the ultimate sacrifice while serving our nation. WNY News Now will stream that event live on our Facebook page and 24-hour streaming network. On Monday, the United Veterans Council of Jamestown will hold their annual Memorial Day parade with veterans and their families, organizers, groups, and schools, along with government officials lining up at 9 a.m., then continuing down Prendergast Avenue with the parade starting at 10. Services will follow in Lakeview Cemetery's Soldier Circle. For a full list of events happening in our area and to add to our list, check out our web story at WNYNewsNow.com and our mobile app. Certainly Memorial Day, a big day to honor, servicemen and women. There's a lot of great groups going around, including the Blue Star Mothers. I mean, they do an excellent job with their Gold Star Memorial every single year. I'm excited to be there and to cover that. I mean, obviously, we wish we didn't have to have a Memorial Day, but certainly we do. It's at a great time. These men and women, they fought for our freedoms, and we honor them, and then we celebrate.
That's right. I mean, we wouldn't be here without them.
Right, exactly. We wouldn't be able to have all these picnics and barbecues and. We wouldn't necessarily have this great weather, Dakota. We can thank them for that too, probably.
Absolutely.
Right? So, awesome. So, Rory, they didn't wheel you out of here?
No, wheel me out of here?
Wow.
Sorry.
No, I have transportation.
Okay. We love you. We love you.
Well,
So-
you can leave on your broom whenever you're ready.
Yeah.
I just wanted to point out the seagull thing. It's really good Dave Winfield wasn't there.
Oh.
I am kind of a witch sometimes, I guess it's a warlock, right? Isn't that a male witch?
I spell it a little differently.
Every
when I
time.
refer to it.
You put a B in front of it?
Every time I see them, Randy Johnson comes to mind.
Randy Johnson.
With the good old fastball destroying the seagull.
Good afternoon to Cindy. Hopefully you are doing well. Good afternoon to Amber. And let's see, who else has joined us here? Wendy's still watching. Great to have you here as always, Wendy. Are you doing anything fun for Memorial Day? Let us know in the comments. Let us know if you'll be down to some of these great events that will be happening this weekend. We'd love to see you. I'd love to see you Saturday at 10 for the Blue Star Mothers. That would be good to get a lot of people. I know they usually do have a pretty good turnout. I think they're worried, though, a little bit, Dakota, because they're afraid that it might get a little rained out come 10 o'clock.
Yes,
Maybe.
well, that's in the morning, right?
Yeah.
Okay, well, at 10 o'clock in the morning, there will be the chance for a few scattered showers and storms, but those will not be severe. The main action isn't going to be until later in the afternoon, and you can see it here coming up on the First Defense here. So 4 to 8 tomorrow afternoon, main timing window for the strongest thunderstorms. Again, that's mainly a damaging wind gust threat. And of course, we'll have the Weather Center staffed tomorrow, and we'll keep our eyes on that. We're saucing early next week. Look at that. A lower 80s, and the humidity comes up as well early next week.
Awesome. I love it, Dakota. Thank you. Congratulations to our Matt Hummel once again for the Nose of the News Hound Award. If you missed anything we talked about, don't worry about it. You can catch it on the flip side of this broadcast. It loops 24/7 on Facebook Live, WNY News Now streaming services, and our mobile app. Have a great day and a great weekend.